Hey everyone, Pupsker here. So I want to talk about what people might want to farm before the Sisters of Parvos Warframe update that should be coming, I believe, according to Reb, before TennoCon, but who truly knows? There's no official date as to when Sisters of Parvos will be out, so you can only really wait and see. But with Sisters of Parvos, they have talked about many of the things coming along with it, and with that means there's actually a metric ton of things that we can pre-farm if we truly want to. With the Sisters of Parvos update, we are getting Yareli, the new Warframe. I don't know if you can tell, but it's why I'm wearing Hydroid, Mud Puddle Hydroid, if you will. It's because he's pretty much being replaced by Yareli, okay? We're getting a brand new water-based Warframe. And she has a KDrive. KDrive is one of Warframe's most ignored factions, I would say, because it's absolutely worthless for 90% of people. And that is the Vent Kids, I should say. They are the KDrive faction. So you might want to be leveling up the Vent Kids in preparation for the Yareli Sisters of Parvos update. The reason being is, Yareli has her own built-in exalted KDrive. So if you look at the offerings that the Vent Kids have, they have a ton of mods that would go onto your KDrives. So let's quickly teleport over to them and take a look. So since these are the Vents Kids, you can assemble KDrives, all that jazz, but that's not really the important part. What you want to look for is browse wares, and you want to be looking for, that's right, the KDrive mods. For example, this one just straight up leaves heat damage. It's pretty negligible, so yeah. The more things you'll want are things like gravity while falling down decreased, KDrive grind speeds better, double jump height, some of the stuff, okay? Ridiculously useful. There may and most likely will also be new KDrive mods coming out with the new update. I mean, I wouldn't be too surprised if we're going to be having a Warframe that uses an exalted KDrive pretty much. I would assume you might want to get some mods for it. So I myself am going to be farming the Vent Kid standing daily. I made a quick video on how to pretty easily farm the standing because it is actually very easy to farm the standing. It just, will take at least a couple of weeks or so to get maxed rank, and then even longer to buy out the mods you want and buy out all of the mods. Like, this is one of the best ones here. It's just straight up KDrive speed, right? Things like jumping's good, maximum trick combo. So you can always choose what you want. I'm just gonna be grinding everything out. Ooh, KDrive boost speed. So I would recommend people get this done before Sisters of Parvos, or at least maybe do it a little bit so you can grab a mod like the pop and vert, if you will. Some of the mods are very useful. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. I would recommend you do the same, but naturally it's not like you have to. It's not even confirmed how much of the mods are definitely needed for Yareli's KDrive, so I guess we'll wait and see. What if it doesn't even need mods? Who knows? Second off, this right here is Little Duck, right? So Little Duck allegedly is going to have something to do. I think it said the Vox Solaris is going to be where you get the waverider quest. So I'm not entirely sure if that means we'll need to have a certain standing level with the Vox Solaris, or if it's just going to be straight up pushed onto Vent Kids as a Vent Kid quest, because, the quest isn't out yet. So I'm not really too sure what's going on there. So I would recommend, just in case, maybe get some offerings, rank up a little bit in the Vox Solaris shop. I myself am probably going to be making a video on how to quickly grind up Vox Solaris, things like that, because it's definitely a huge pain and it'll take some time. As you can see, also because you have KDrive type arcanes. So if there's an exalted KDrive, you're probably going to want some KDrive type arcanes and just arcanes that can help in general. I think these are ones that go on your operator, on transference in increased KDrive speed, so you could do things like that if you truly want to. Arcanes are always useful to have, especially if you're running Eidolons. And other than that, you just get amps, warframes from Vox Solaris, so it is good to get in general. Next we have Arbitrations. If you didn't know, the Sisters of Parvos update will be bringing a ton of new galvanized mods to the game. Originally, those mods were obtained via Steel Path. but Digital Extremes has said that, you know, they've kind of scrapped that idea and they've gone with arbitrations. So you will be acquiring the galvanized mods via arbitrations. It's an endgame game mode. You have to just go through all the maps, complete a ton of the games. So yeah, it makes sense why it is now the way to get the galvanized mods. I believe it is 20 Vitus Essence per galvanized mod in the Arbitrations of Honors shop on any relay, or just any relay you can find it at, right? So depending on how many rifle mods, how many just primary, secondary mods you yourself want to pick up, you'll need 20 Vitus Essence each. Along with the Sisters of Parvos update, they are increasing the Vitus Essence drop rate from arbitration drones from 3 to 6%. So I think they want to incentivize people not farming Vitus Essence beforehand, as they're doubling the drop rate after the update. But that is up to you. I myself have some Vitus Essence, so I'll pick up like some of the good galvanized mods that I want to use, but I'm probably not going to go hard on grinding out Vitus Essence. I'll probably grind out arbitrations for a little bit though. Less for Vitus Essence, more for endo for the galvanized mods. That's another point I want to bring up. If you're going to be farming a lot of the galvanized mods, you might want to get on a pretty fast endo grind and maybe get enough for near max rank all of the galvanized mods that you want. So arbitration, great method to get endo, great drops. You can run Railjack to get endo as well. And if you're into the like best meta, you can run Steel Path Void Yanoi, I think it's called. I always call it Void Anyo, but I'll try to call it the right thing now. It's Rathum Arena. So if you know what that is, you can run that. It's on Steel Path. If not, you might be like kind of out of luck, because that is pretty much the end game endo farm, I would say. But yeah, you still got Railjack, you still got arbitrations, you still got any general mission that drops endo, so you're good to go there. Finally, with Sisters of Parvos, the Sisters of Parvos, you know, essentially corpus liches, will be a Railjack thing. So you will need, to my knowledge, be on Railjack, use Railjack somewhat, in order to actually play the missions and get your corpus liches, or Sisters of Parvos. So I would recommend people maybe grind up a little bit of Railjack, maybe get your Railjack personally a little bit upgraded, maybe into the tier 2 and tier 3 variations of everything. If you yourself hate Railjack, I mean, I get it, a lot of people don't really like it. Maybe it's not worth it, but it's definitely a lot better if you have a lot of your intrinsics leveled up, if you have a lot of the bonuses there, if your plexus is strong, if you have a lot of strong mods for your Railjack, right? Like, it's hard for me to get taken out in my Railjack solo because everything's maxed out and I have a crew. I'm not, everything's like maxed, I should say. It's near maxed out, but very strong, good enough that I'm pretty much never going to have issues on my Railjack. So those are the general things that I think most people should farm up in preparation for this update. Obviously, you could probably make an endless list because of the amount of stuff that's going to come out by the end of it, but I just thought maybe people would want to farm up Yareli first, they'd want to farm up the Sisters of Parvos, and obviously the galvanized mods, right? The Arsenal divide's happening, my dudes, so I assume that are the major farming points that I will be tackling once the update does come out. So, you know, just thought I'd quickly go over it and say farm it if you want, maybe not. I myself just gonna farm a little bit of everything, but I still have the Tennokan relay to prep for, and I think I'm only at like 11 to 12,000 ducats right now. So maybe a little bit later I will indeed, yeah, 11,000, almost 12,000. I will indeed collect some endo, collect some Vitus Essence, farm up my standings, and hopefully have a good day there. So guys, thank you for watching. If you liked the video, I would appreciate it if you were to like the video, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you care, you can comment, share it around, anything truly helps the channel. So thank you. You can always use the Epic Game Store code Pupsker, as I am an Epic partner creator now, so anything supports the channel if you use the creator code and buy anything on the Epic Game Store, like V-Bucks, games in general, things like that. So thank you all so much, and I will see you next time. Peace.